Hello and welcome to the Free Bin, the Toledo Public Library podcast. It is a lovely Friday afternoon, and Harrison, say hello.
Hello.
Hello, Harrison. I'm
Hello.
Cindy. Screwed up that.
I screwed up that.
Sorry.
I did an exceptionally long pause.
Oh, well.
Here
we are, and we have a lot to talk about. This is actually going to be a two-parter.
Yeah.
This is part one, background.
This is going to be kind of an introduction episode. We're going to try to get through this quick, and then next week we're going to delve into more, and it's going to get deep and windy.
Yes, it is, and hopefully you'll be able to make sense of it. It took me a couple tries, but I got it. So first of all, new news. Here we go. This is probably not new news because we've advertised it quite a bit. But so summer reading program starts next Tuesday, which is the 2nd. Summer reading program signups. Come in, sign up, get your paper that you fill out the minutes that you've read, and as soon as you've read the first 100 minutes, right, you get something. You get a prize. I think the first thing is a T-shirt, and they're really cute. Yeah. And then you get several other things, and then you get to enter a raffle for some really great prizes. So we're doing it a little different. We're counting minutes instead of books, and hopefully that will appeal to a lot more readers. And we don't care how many books you read. We just care about the minutes you spend reading. On February of... I mean, we're not going to talk about February.
Not yet. We'll get there.
We'll get there. June 6th at 2:00 is our writer's workshop with author Sydney Swanson. We already have a good group of people, but there's plenty of room to sign up. And she's going to be talking about doing fictional world building, primarily fantasy and science fiction, but I bet you'll learn some stuff from her.
Yeah.
She's also, that evening from 6 to 8, we would like to invite you formally to a reception for Sydney Swanson, and there'll be treats to eat, and there'll be a reading, and there'll be, she's going to do a little author's talk, and then we get to visit and exchange ideas. So those are the two things coming up. I'm going to turn it over to Harrison to do a little quick promo about something else that's coming up on June 27th.
Yes. On June 27th at 2 p.m., that is a Saturday. It will be the first meeting of Story Trackers. This is our adult story club program. I'm kind of calling it that because it's not exactly a book club. We're not assigning a book for everyone to read or keeping pace with each other. You don't have to sign up. You can show up and join the club. Right. I want this to be as open as possible to people who are fully committed to really engaging, writing reviews and doing this, but also to people who maybe have demand avoidance and will not feel like going somewhere if it becomes an obligation. This is definitely however you want to engage. You want to hang out in the back of the room and get tips on books and share when you feel comfortable. If you read, if you watch movies, if you play narrative video games or tabletop games, come down, sit in, get your sash, make your official club hat if you feel like it, and start collecting badges and wear them with pride, or just put them in a little drawer in your house and look at them when no one's around. However you want to participate, it's about sharing reviews, ideas, recommendations with other people who love reading and watching movies or whatever, who love stories as much as you do.
Right. So we have quite a big group already that have expressed interest, so it ought to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And really, there is no pressure.
No.
It's like, I'm one of those people who, if they tell me I have to read a book in a month, I'd be like, nope. But normally I read like 5 books in a month. It's just that if somebody tells me I have to read a book, I don't want to, you know. So for those people who love book clubs, formalized book clubs where you all read the same thing, this really is probably not your cup of tea. However, you might find a buddy who likes the same kind of literature you do, and then lo and behold, you're both reading the same book. So, it's really open, and it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And if you love movies, but you're not a big reader, but, you want to give a nice review to the group, you don't have to formally review a book, right?
Yeah. You don't have to.
No, it's just if you want to share that and say, I really like this book, or man, avoid this book, I hated it.
It's a place to find your people and
That's
share
right.
the stories
Right.
that you like together.
Right.
All right. Well, we've got a lot of ground to cover.
We do. Oh.
And we've got a red liquid.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna be quick. I picked this this soda because I want to know what the flavor of Big Red is. So, look at that. That's exactly what's on the bottle.
Yeah. Actually, it's more of a
Yeah.
kind of both.
Yeah. So, according to the label, there really isn't a flavor.
It's red flavor.
It's red. It's red flavored. So we're going to try it. I'm assuming it's cherry, but part of me is really hoping it's cinnamon.
Oh, that would be neat. Like the gum. My reference for what the color red tastes like is, of course, Faygo Red Pop, which I'm not actually a big fan of. Whoa, it's got pink foam.
It's really, really, really red.
Whoa.
And
it smells like bubble gum.
It does. It's fragrant.
What's going on here? Who makes this? Is this a subsidiary?
This is Dr. Pepper. 7-Up makes this. So, I could continue my hatred of Dr. Pepper.
Sorry, I just went for it.
Oh, it's cream soda.
Whoa. Yeah, it is it does taste like cream soda.
Red cream soda.
Yeah, it does have the flavor of red a little bit, like the Faygo Red Pop. It's halfway between a cream soda and there is an almond kind of cherry, maybe strawberry.
It's not horrible.
No, it's super weird, I gotta say. When you said cream soda, I said, yeah, I don't know that I would have gotten that immediately, but there is a base note of cream soda in here. Man, that's red.
It really is. Don't spill this on your carpet. It'll never come up. You'll have big red on your carpet forever. So this soda is called Big Red. I think it tastes a bit like cream soda. It has so much sugar in it. And their little byline is so sweet, so smooth. They're right about the sweet.
It is Faygo levels of sweetness. 69
grams of sugar.
That's Faygo sweetness. Have the Juggalos been informed of this?
Right. Don't give it to your kids. And it has red dye 40. I think we're okay with that. Red 40. It's got caramel color, natural and artificial flavors of what? I don't know. But it makes me feel like it's kind of a cream soda. I'm going to go with cream soda. Okay, well, that was fun.
That is neat. Okay. I have never seen that one before.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm still waiting for the cinnamon one, though.
Yeah, cinnamon soda.
I want a cinnamon soda. They're really good if you buy, we call them Hottentots, and it's cinnamon Coke. They're really good, but,
I can see that.
I never have met the blend like they had in Montana.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lewistown, Montana. They had Hottentots.
All right.
All right. So Harrison brought us something that you're going to use your brain for.
We're gonna go down a little journey, and it starts with a film that's opening this weekend called Backrooms, directed by first-time feature film director Kane Parsons.
Okay.
And it ties into a kind of long, but I guess relatively recent history of internet aesthetics and cultural vibes and some sociological, anthropological concepts that we're not going to delve into fully. This is going to be our getting started.
Right.
But this is going to take us through the internet, through Reddit, through 4chan, through...
it's going to be a while.
We're not going to spend too long in 4chan.
Okay.
Through through anthropology, through music, through nostalgia, through the specter of communism is going to be haunting around the corners of this a little bit.
Okay.
So let's get started.
So full disclosure here, Harrison explained this to me once, so I could sound intelligent on it.
Well, one of us has to, so I hope you're up to the task.
I know. I'm going to try.
All right.
I'm ready.
So Kane Parsons' new film, Backrooms, is opening in theaters this weekend. Are you familiar with the Backrooms prior to? We've never met before. Is that correct?
That's right. We've never met before. I didn't know what a backroom was. I mean, I could guess, but I don't think I was right.
We're gonna be linking all this in the show notes. Everything I can muster in there.
Thank goodness.
So the story of the Backrooms starts with a photograph that I'm showing Cindy now, and I'll link to this. It's on the Wikipedia page, I believe, for Backrooms.
Love Wikipedia.
Could you describe what we're looking at here?
We're looking at really old wallpaper. Mm-hmm. And like rooms that you start in one, you go in the next one, and there's one more after it. Mm-hmm. So it's like empty. They're all empty, and they have indistinguishable carpet and fluorescent lights. It's
kind of there are apertures, kind of doorways opening up to places out of frame that you can't see.
Right.
And it's kind of evocative. It's very drab. Mm-hmm. It turns out this was a former Roner's home furnishing store that was undergoing conversion into a hobby town in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, that somebody took a picture of during that project.
Yeah.
This picture began circulating on 4chan's X board sometime between 2011 and 2018.
Okay.
So it was kind of passed around just because it's sort of a weird, kind of indescribably eerie, but
it is. Yeah.
It's got its own character.
Yeah.
And then on May 13th, 2019, an anonymous 4chan user, an Anon, posted the following story accompanying this image. If you're not careful and you no-clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the back rooms, where it's nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum hum buzz, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell heard you.
Now, you have to explain what no clips are.
Yes, no clip. The phrase "no clip out of reality." Clipping in video games refers to like collision with like object collision.
Right.
So if you're playing a video game, a wall, a platform that you, the character, or other characters and objects stop when they hit it, remembering that everything has to be written and scripted for a game. There are no real laws of physics. You have to write those in.
Right.
So that's called clipping, how things are handled, where you walk into a wall and you hit the wall.
Right.
So no clip is a mode that I remember you could turn on, and I think Doom and Quake, I think it was called no clip, where it turns clipping off so you can just walk through the walls and like walk out of the level, and like there were weird things out there. So it was kind of one of these things that you could use as like a cheat mode when you were playing on your own.
Right.
But it's kind of like a debug tool. Like if you're designing a level or something and you want to play around in it, you can turn off clipping, and so that you don't have to just follow the rules. You turn the walls off, and so the walls are still there, but they're permeable.
Right.
So that concept kind of has to derive from how video games work. Like if you imagine you could just walk through a wall like that Harry Potter train station thing, kind of. Yeah. Right. So that's the idea. That's what no clip means.
Okay. That makes sense in the context with, sorry.
Phone call. So this idea of the back rooms caught on, and people on the internet started doing world building and expanding on the story from there. It became kind of like this collaborative fiction horror world building thing of
Fanfic.
Fanfic with a very minimal original work.
Yeah.
Just this picture of an abandoned store in Oshkosh that spawned this idea of you can just accidentally go the wrong way and end up in these back rooms of like existence, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
In 2022, a 16-year-old boy named Kane Parsons, under the name Kane Pixels on YouTube, posted a short film titled The Backrooms Found Footage. This continued into a popular short film series on his YouTube channel, and it's the basis for the now 20-year-old director's feature film debut. He got to do this as a whole movie in theaters and everything.
Wow.
Now, I've read reviews. I haven't seen it yet. It's getting good reviews.
Is it a horror movie then?
Yeah, it's like a horror, I guess, horror thriller type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to have to see it and then tell me.
Yeah.
I don't do horror movies.
I'll tell you. But if you want to check out his YouTube channel, where the original short film series, I haven't honestly watched all of it, but there is one series on his YouTube channel called The Oldest View that I also highly, highly recommend. I think it is a fantastic distillation of the things we're going to talk about here, maybe even more so than The Backrooms is. And it's about what I can only describe as the ghost of a mall.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess I'd call it horror, but it's not like jump out, boo, scary, gross stuff happening. I think you might enjoy it. It's very contemplative and it's eerie.
Yeah.
But not like blah splatter horror.
Oh, that's good. I don't like
So now to kind of talk about other things that this notion of the backrooms ties into, I'm going to show you the r/LiminalSpace subreddit. And you can just scroll and tell me what you kind of see on this subreddit. It's mostly pictures. It's a photograph subreddit, pretty much.
Oh, it's a lot of empty spaces.
Empty spaces.
Yeah.
There's some hallways.
Yeah.
Waiting areas.
Yeah.
But a lot of empty rooms. A lot of backrooms-esque. Things.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that looks like a place I used to live.
Oh, maybe it is.
Maybe it is.
I forgot to mention something here, and I think it's relevant. The LiminalSpace subreddit does have rules to limit the amount of backrooms content that shows up, that gets posted, because they state that they are two separate things, although they share elements, and they don't want the LiminalSpace subreddit stagnating due to an overabundance of backrooms posts. And I think that's kind of the exception that proves the rule, that this subreddit was getting a lot of backrooms content, and the fact that people are posting backrooms content to the LiminalSpace subreddit does tell me that they're coming from sort of the same cultural milieu here, or at least the same aesthetic space, or a similar one.
Yeah, it's a lot of empty. I don't know. They have a landscape on here. I'm not sure. It doesn't. They have a title, "Uncomfortable Stillness."
Yeah,
that doesn't make me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
but
a lot of
that does.
Feeling is going to be subjective, but this got me thinking, because the backrooms concept ties into these things that are referred to on the internet as liminal spaces, and it differs from what I was taught a liminal space is and means. But I am going to give what the subreddit defines as a liminal space.
That's
because
important.
It ties into it. But I feel like it's still the way it's being used is kind of specific and kind of off center from what I was originally taught in,
Right.
In my classes.
Because you as a college graduate.
According to them, I scrolled right past it here. I'll find it. It's in their sticky post. What is liminality?
Okay.
In concept, it refers to a transitional point between two regions or states. So things in a state of limbo. It could be things like paths, hallways, roads, etc. So that's how they're defining it. And I'm still kind of summarizing it here. In photography and other media, they say it revolves around the sense of lingering in a region or state that would usually be passed without a second's thought.
Okay.
So that kind of makes sense of how they're using the term.
Yeah, and the one picture on there they had was the Oval Office between presidents, and it was empty.
Yeah.
And that's certainly transitional.
Yeah.
And that's, you would, if you worked there every day and you knew, you would just walk by it. You wouldn't think about it. But for, when you stop and look at it, it's kind of a transitional empty space.
And this was a departure for me from what I was taught years ago. Liminality is. It's from the Latin limen, a threshold, a doorway. Right. So this definition I'm taking from Wikipedia, citing Turner. In anthropology, liminality is the quality of ambiguity or disorientation that occurs in the middle stage of a rite of passage, when participants no longer hold their pre-ritual status, but have not yet begun the transition to the status they will hold when the rite is complete. So the very the general pre-existing definition of this term referred to things like birthdays, graduations, bar mitzvahs, circumcisions, initiations into, your fraternal clubs, what have you. So it's more as much like a ritual space, a social thing, as the physical space. A religious service is especially marking a transition, a baptism, things like this are, that is a liminal space, both the time and the place and the event. So it was a little bit of a surprise to me to see this word being applied to empty spaces, which to my mind, in my understanding, a liminal space most of the time, though not always, is going to be packed with people because you're in the middle of a rite of passage. So it's different. And so you can see how it applies. You can see how it relates, because things like a crossroads or an airport or a hotel room as literal spaces, those are also have that liminality aspect to them. You're in a hotel room because you're passing through a train station. These are obvious points where you're crossing a threshold. So the kind of internet understanding is really leaning into that aspect, the idea of physical space, and not so much the social and
mental.
Yeah.
Because when I think of that concept of transition liminality, when you're not yet, it's like now and not yet. So now I'm a graduate from high school. I am not yet a college freshman. And that might last a week. It might last 3 months. It might last 5 years, but it kind of is, that's where your brain space is. I'm now, but I'm not yet. I'm single. I'm not yet married. I'm, whatever.
A wedding. That's a major liminal space.
Yeah, because you walk down the aisle and then you turn around and walk back and you're in a totally different place. So I can see that.
But it did get me thinking about the fact also that a lot of this liminal space stuff and this concept of liminal space has really caught on post-COVID. And has caught on when a lot of spaces that had previously been packed with people were suddenly very empty. And that's a whole thing that maybe, because this is an introductory episode, we can revisit for part 2. But I do have a strong hunch that that's a factor, and that might be the type of transition that is in question in some of these concepts of a place that is no longer used for its intended purpose or is turning into something different.
Yeah, and with COVID, it wasn't just that people were staying home and there weren't people out and about. It was that businesses were shuttering. Yeah. And there was, no, I remember, maybe this isn't fit in with the subject, but I remember driving through Portland in the midst of COVID, and there's like no traffic. And we were headed to the doctor for my dad, and driving down 84 and being on I-5 and going, there's nobody around. Yeah. And it's eerie and it's weird. And now it's not like that anymore. But that was the first time I've ever kind of gone, oh, this is kind of like what an apocalypse would be like.
And
there'd be nobody around.
And that's definitely a transition. That's definitely a doorway that at the time, especially, we didn't know what the other side of that was going to look like.
Right.
But in exploring this and thinking about it and reading up on that and trying to remind myself, okay, what does liminality mean? I want to make sure that I fully understand how if this fits. But there's another concept that has been around for a while that I feel like is equally, if not more, an apt descriptor of the feeling that the kind of popular idea of liminal space is evoking. I feel like there's one that hews a little closer to what we're talking about here, and that's where I want to pick up for part 2. And that's where, all music is going to be a subject. So more links I'll have to put in the show notes for this one.
Yeah.
And it's going to get interesting, I hope. But we've got a lot more ground to cover. So I hope this was a good primer on liminal space, liminality, how that relates to the Backrooms. And we'll get weird with it next week.
Oh, so go down a rabbit hole and look all that stuff up, and you'll be prepped for next time.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Well, we'll see you later.
Yeah. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye. The Free Bin is a production of the Toledo Public Library, which is part of the Lincoln County Library District in beautiful Lincoln County, Oregon. Writing by Harrison Baker and Cindy Bilek. Original music and editing by Harrison Baker. The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect those of any organization they represent. Good night.